We read in today's gospel, the one who comes from above is above all. In this way, Jesus Christ and his church is above all. For it is Christ who establishes his church and truly unites himself to his church to the point where he says, as the Father sent me, so I send you. There's this historical connection and grounding of Christ and his holy church, foundation laid by Christ and the apostles for the salvation of all who seek God with a sincere heart. It is important for us to recognize that we listen to Christ in his church as the one who is above all. St. Peter and the apostles mention we must obey God rather than men. In this way, when we listen to Christ and his church, you listen to the one who's above all. For none of the church teachings come without a serious reflection on the words of the Redeemer, but rather only after a long reflection, serious thought, and being moved by the Holy Spirit to help lead people on the narrow road in opposition to the wide one that leads to their destruction. For the importance of listening to Jesus and his church is paramount in the world. And in one respect, they're the same thing. For the end of today's gospel mentions whoever disobeys the Son will not see life, but the wrath of God remains upon him. For life is found for our souls in Jesus and following Jesus alone. And receiving the sacraments in sincerity and truth with one goal, to die to sin and live in a state of grace. As we strive to live a life outside the city walls of sin and seek to remain with Christ in his city walls of life.